line just to get into Toy Story Land. Like you're not even in the park yet. But guess what? We already did it because we came early. So yeah, true end of the line. Oh my god.
4-hour wait.
4-hour wait just to get into the park. But like we said, we already did it.
Iconic.
So, iconic. So now we're moving on to Star Wars. And welcome back. I hope you enjoyed some of those clips from opening day in Toy Story Land from just a few months ago, 2 months ago in June. I know it's been open for a little while now, and I wanted to make a video on how to give you some tips on how to best maximize your time at Toy Story Land, or maybe even call it a survival guide to Toy Story Land, because I know it has been very crowded since it opened. But it is possible for you to go and experience things and for you to have a great time. Rule 1. And this one is probably the biggest rule out of all of them, and that is arrive early. I cannot stress enough about how important it is to arrive early to the parks in general, but especially at Toy Story Land. It's brand new. There's gonna be a lot of people that want to ride the rides. Everyone's trying to get pictures and everything, so go ahead and arrive early. Make plans. Go ahead and check the website first off and see what time the park opens, because if you're staying on site at a resort hotel, there might possibly be early morning hours. And if you're a pass holder, I know they have started doing you can sign up as a first come first served basis of special openings for Toy Story Land in the morning. So I think it opens like an hour ahead of time. So be sure to keep a lookout for those if you're a pass holder. But if you're not a pass holder, or it's not going on during that time and you're staying at an on-site hotel, definitely be sure to see when there's an extra magic hour, be it early in the morning or later at night, but there's sure to be a way to get you in there at an earlier time or make you stay later. So definitely utilize those early mornings and extra magic hours. Tip number 2 is, if it's all possible, try to stay on property. I found that it's been the easiest just because there's so many different ways for you to get around to the parks. They have everything from buses to the monorail to they even have little special lifts now that look like Minnie Mouse. So there's a bunch of different ways, and plus it kind of puts you right in the middle of the action. Depending on what your budget is, I would recommend staying in the boardwalk area if at all possible, if Toy Story Land is your main priority. One, because the boardwalk is easily accessible. You can actually walk to Epcot and to Hollywood Studios. That's a really cool perk that it has. But if you're able to just easily walk to the park, it makes it getting there at that early time that we talked about previously even easier. So I would definitely recommend Boardwalk, Yacht and Beach Club, and Swan and Dolphin. So those are the 4. Beach Club, Yacht Club, Boardwalk, Swan and Dolphin. So those are the 4 that are located closest to Toy Story Land and Hollywood Studios, and they're all, I've stayed at every single one of them, and they are all super nice, very worth the price, and the quality is excellent, so you really can't go wrong staying at any of those. Now if it's a little not in your budget, then definitely check out the All-Star, those resorts, which are the more budget-friendly resorts, which I've stayed at those as well, and those are also very nice. But like I'm saying, just having the transportation, it's so much easier than to have to worry about parking and getting an Uber and getting all those different things. I feel like if you're located centrally in the park, it makes it that much easier just to wake up early and go ahead and get started on your day. Tip number 3. Plan ahead and see what you really want to do. The chances that you're going to be able to do everything, even though Toy Story Land is not huge, you're probably not going to be able to experience everything, especially just in one morning or one day. It's possible. It's definitely possible. But just know that that's probably going to be the only thing that you're going to be doing that day, unless there's just super light crowds, which we're getting into the fall season, so that's totally possible that it might be, since we're getting out of the summer months. But if you're picking and choosing what you want to do, Slinky Dog Dash, the Alien the Saucers, there's several restaurants, and then of course Toy Story Mania, which has been there for a while. So you're probably going to want to go with Slinky Dog. That seems to be the most popular one. And if you can secure a fast pass, I know that they're probably booked right now, but you know, just go ahead and check every day. I know that's similar to when Frozen After opened a few years ago. We just kind of kept checking, and eventually we did start seeing fast passes even on that day, so you never know who might cancel theirs. So always have that app with you, the My Disney app, so that you can go and check and see if there's any cancellations, or just to see, you know, just to try your luck and say, hey, are there any available? And there actually might be. So Slinky Dog Dash would definitely be the one that I would utilize my Fast Pass for. But if you don't have a Fast Pass, it's still very possible to do that. Just get there early, go ahead and get in line, and know that you might be there for a while, but it's a really fun ride, so you'll definitely enjoy it. So be sure to get there early and get in line. Tip number 4 is rain, rain, go away. Well, or maybe don't go away, because if it is raining, which is Florida, so that's very possible that it rains pretty much every day, especially in these kind of humid months, that it's gonna be raining for maybe like an hour or so. But during that time, or less, it might even be less than that, during that time the crowds usually thin out drastically. I know when we were there this past summer, it rained every day for just 30-40 minutes, and during those times it was heavy rain. So we were prepared, and we had ponchos and umbrellas, which is what you should do as well, because if you have those things, then you can still wait in line while everyone else leaves because they're not prepared, and you can still wait in line and get closer to the front, which is exactly what we did. There were times when there were wait times of 15 or 20 minutes. So definitely be prepared, and you don't have to buy it in the park. Go to like a Dollar General or Dollar Tree or whatever and get a cheap poncho, and then just bring an umbrella, a small portable one that you can use in line. Since some of the queues are outside, it's really important that you have those things with you so that you're not soaking wet, because I know it won't be that much fun to wait in the rain. But if you do wait it out, the reward is pretty good, because you get to ride the ride, because it will almost guaranteed it's going to clear up, especially with these showers that are super heavy at first and then they kind of disperse, just like the crowd will do if it happens to rain, and then that way you'll get up closer to the front. So keep that in mind when you're packing. Umbrella, poncho. And my last tip is just go and have fun. Toy Story Land is so magical, it's so beautiful, it's so whimsical and bright, and it's just something that if you're a huge theme park lover, and if you're a big Pixar Toy Story fan, then you're really going to enjoy it. So go and have a good time. Know that you might have to wait in line for a few things, but really the waits have subsided a little bit, especially now that we're going into the fall season, and it won't be quite as bad. It's still very crowded. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. It's going to be crowded, but there's several things for you to look at in the queue lines. Also, while going, there's lots of photo ops, so that's something else that is free that you can do. There's tons of different walls that you can do there. There's characters out, so it's really definitely something that I would recommend for you to experience, especially if you do have a Disney trip coming up, or maybe you're a pass holder and you haven't been yet because you don't want to fend off the crowds. So definitely is the time to start going now, and just have fun at Toy Story Land and all the Pixar magicalness. And come back and join me on my next video as we get closer into the fall season at Disney, Universal, all the theme parks. I'm gonna have more travel vlogs coming at you. I'm going to Paradise Pier in Disneyland this weekend. I'm going to California. Super excited to go and explore that with some friends. So be sure to follow, like, subscribe, comment, anything. Please let me know. Check out my cute little Disney t-shirt. But yes, you know the drill, and thank you so much for coming back. I hope these tips helped you. If you ever have any questions or would like me to do a different video on anything that you'd like to see, please let me know in the comments. And as always, like and subscribe. You know the drill. Thanks. Bye.